Agreement, Our Choice by Inelia Benz for Ascension 1-1. We don't walk in reality. We agree what reality is. We then have an experience in it. And since we moved paradigms into the next quote level, this fact has to be part of our basic education. In this new paradigm, it can no longer be an unconscious game. Our agreement is personal, at a singular being level, and also collective at various levels. We each belong to different collectives. One is our immediate reality, shared by others who live or are close to us at a physical level. Another could be ideological agreement, another could be national, and another could be species collective. Even at a species level, we could form part of various collectives, the ones who added genetic material to our evolution, or the collective where we spent most of our evolutionary path on. Many concentric circles, circles inside circles, which, quote, forms our reality. What we experience from a personal point of view, as well as social point of view, is what we agree with others is, quote, real. One might say, well, I don't agree with the war in XYZ, so why is it still happening? And that is an excellent question. You see, we just moved away from a reality where those who knew how the game worked very hard to make a very specific type of game, one based on fear, and that everyone being born inside that particular game was sucked into the fear. So some will experience war, either in their own homes or hear about it on the telly. The blind following of the, quote, masses with regards to war, murder, fear, paying for living on the planet, or whatever other ridiculous belief they hold to be necessary, creates the consensus of the human collective. But there is something else that is happening and not being reported for fear on the part of powers that were that it will annihilate them. And they are right, it will. The awakening and disagreement of the masses to being led where they don't want to go. There has never, in the presently accessible history of humankind, ever been so many awakening teachers or individuals deeply wanting to advance in their own personal evolution. Never. There has never been such free access to information to anyone who wants it in the history of humankind. There has never been so much disagreement with having to pay to live on the planet, or having to accept war, famine, or pestilence, or natural disasters. There has never been so many individuals and groups actively focusing their attention and intention on natural events, human-created disaster, and other potentially catastrophic happenings, and stopping them. The powers that were are trying harder than ever, trying to create disasters using the fear machine to the max, but it's not working for them. Individuals are saying no and opening their hearts instead. The tremendous movement to create a society that only cares about personal survival above all else has collapsed. More and more individuals will put themselves on the firing line to give a chance to those who cannot help themselves yet, to give them enough time to wake up. Enough time to see that they are not victims after all, that they are in fact powerful, eternal beings who can take charge of their own experience on the planet. One might think, well, if we are influencing others by casting our agreement or disagreement vote, are we not dictating what is happening to them? And the answer is no. You see, they are as powerful as you are. And guess what? They'll move into a reality where your agreement doesn't win, but theirs does. And you move into one where your agreement rules. Multiple timelines. Compatible vibrations congregate in compatible realities. There are not right or wrong realities, there are just different ones. Eventually, this will mean that we move into a new form of experience, one based on a type of cosmic dance where we are the choreographers. At the moment, of course, there are those who are fighting tooth and nail to stop us from casting our vote and from teaching the masses that each person, each man, woman, and child is extremely powerful individual. An individual that when he or she finally accepts this fact, process all his or her fear around it and around others being just as powerful, will be able to move through time and space in all directions and no longer create an unconscious or fear reality based on someone else's vision of what their life should be like. I agree with an empowered collective where each and every individual has the power to consciously create his or her reality. It is a big ability which comes with a huge responsibility. Are you ready for it? If that question gave you a twinge of fear, go and process your fear right away. Choose a person, situation, location, personal topic, or worldwide event that you do not agree with. Then draw a red circle around it and a line across it and say the words, I do not agree with this. Next, visualize what you would like to see, what you do agree with, and place a green tick next to it. It is very, very simple and quick. So much so that one might think it is not life-changing, but it is. Try it. Try it with the big things and the little things. Use it every day and watch.